Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra. I'm a production designer and an artist, and in this video we'll be talking about finding your personal style, and by that I mean that I will give you the instruction how to shape this diamond called you in a best way, how to find what fits you. In the first part I will share with you how I actually started this way, and I work with 3 stylists, and some of this was very wrong. It led me the wrong way. I'll tell you why. My mistakes. Then some interaction with the stylist was just amazing, got sent. I was very happy and it helped me a lot, so I will give you the tips that stylist gave me. In the next part of the video I will share my experience as a production designer and how I find what works for me, and I think it will work for you. I will also give you some tests that you can pass to help you understand what works for you, and I'll give you the example. There will be one very important secret that I think all fashion designers use, costume designers, so wait for it. I will also show you how I came from this style to this, because it made me feel so much better when I found something that works for me. And to start with, I want to talk on how it all started and about my experience with the stylist. So before I was wearing kind of feminine style. I loved it and it was okay, but then I enrolled in art academy, and there everyone was just so strange, so unusual, and I wanted to add something to my style. I started experimenting. It was terrible and my surroundings, not artistic people from my past, didn't understand what it was, so I decided that I needed some help, and I found a stylist. My friend recommended her to me. She has some amount of followers on Instagram. She's quite popular, and her style is rather, I don't know, stylish, feminine. She does look good. Anyway, we started working. She came to my home. We looked at my wardrobe. We got rid of some things that I didn't need, and we went shopping. And basically what we did, we bought new things, she chose new trousers, new coat for me, etc, etc. And in general it was okay. Like new things, it's always pleasant to buy new things, you know. I felt fine. That's how it looked. There are just few outfits. It was okay. But just with the time after that, I realized that I don't like wearing these things. They are okay. I don't say that it's stylish or something. It's just okay. It's, you know, quite not out fashioned. Okay. But that wasn't what I wanted. I wanted something special and unusual that would describe and express my personality, and it didn't. I wasn't happy because of that, but I didn't realize what can I change. So then I found another girl who was a stylist, but I didn't have a lot of money to change my wardrobe all the time, but I just wanted to ask her for some advice. So she had a service where it was kind of a marathon where we had to send her our wardrobe pictures, and she would show us what's wrong, what can be added, etc. And basically I had to create my outfits myself, and she would have to comment it. So I showed everything to her. For example, these outfits, like, they are okay. They are not bad, yes, but it didn't feel like me. And I asked her, like, I don't know why. They're fine, but it just doesn't work for me. I don't like it. But she said, no, it's okay, no worries, just add some accessories, some necklace, etc. And I knew it wasn't the answer that I was looking for. She also advised me to buy some oversized clothes, which I understood later don't work for me really well, to maybe some of them, but it's not what I needed. Anyway, my search continued, and then there was this third girl who was just a big help for me. So basically, I also am interested in astrology. I've been studying it professionally, and every week I have a call with my colleagues where we discuss some cases. So anyway, if you're skeptical, it's not a mysterious story. It has a very logical base that will be helpful for you too. So that's just how I met her. So we had a call, and I shared that I struggle with all this style thing and finding myself. And she said, "Hey, I'm a stylist also, and if you want, I can make a call with you so that I recommend you something." And here, listen carefully, that will be useful for you. Of course, I agreed. I was very happy to do that. And just before the call, she told me, "I will ask you to do a few things. Please, first thing, find the pictures of you where you don't like yourself, the way you look, you think it looks bad, and please describe what exactly don't you like. Is it the fit, the color, hair color, whatever. It can be the pictures from different times and years. So I recommend you to do the same. If you haven't analyzed yourself yet, please do so. Find the pictures where you don't like yourself, you think it looks bad, and think what exactly looks bad there. The next thing she asked me to do, find the pictures from different times where you like yourself, where you think you look good. And also describe what exactly is good about it. And I will share my pictures now. Only by doing that simple task, I don't know how didn't I come up with this idea before, because I was analyzing my wardrobe, I was looking at my clothes, and I didn't understand what was wrong. But then looking at those pictures, it was very clear. I will show here, and I will look too. So let's look at this first picture. Here I'm basically wearing everything very pale, beige, pink, something brownish. And these are the colors that just don't work for me. I look very pale in them, invisible. I don't know. It looks too natural, not that I like, because I know that it looks very nice on some people. For example, that first stylist, these colors work just perfectly for her, and basically she chose the colors that work for her for me. But it doesn't work for me. Also, the shape, you see this pink sweater on the top, it's just shapeless. It doesn't make me look beautiful at all. The same goes with other things. So even here, it's clear that these colors and these shapes don't work for me. And let's look at the second picture. Here we see where I like myself, yes. Dark colors, deep colors, this plum color. Also, the shapes are rather sharp, bright lips, also darker hair, etc., etc. And also the clothes are quite fitted here, and they have shapes. They're not shapeless in general. And just from this, I realized that that work with the first stylist and buying all creamy stuff was such a mistake, because I don't like it. It doesn't work for me. I needed something different. Then, so please do it. Yes, I think you will also make some discoveries about yourself, maybe where you went wrong. And then the third task that she asked me to do before our call was to send her the pictures of the style that I like, which is also very smart. But usually we make, there's another thing, because usually we make our mood boards of the styles that we like, but it not necessarily fits our lifestyle, our body type, or color type, etc. So anyway, here is the pictures that I did of the styles that I like. And basically it's very clear that they correspond with the pictures that I look good in. And another thing, when we were discussing, we also discussed it from astrology side, and it also helped me a lot. But also I told you that, there are some other things that I like, but my surroundings don't understand it. And she said, oh yeah, it's very important to discuss where you can be wearing this, expressing yourself, because it's a part of you. It's also important to be impressed, to be given a place in your life, but not necessarily with those people who don't understand it. So please show me too. So I showed her these pictures, and I thought that it was too much, too vulgar, but basically it can be worn just when it's a photo shoot or some special occasion. Yeah. And the next thing we did, she told me, she told me you can't be wearing all of this. And I realized that, oh my God, I was basically just not letting me wearing what I want because I thought it was too much, too dark, too edgy. But why? Who told me so? There are no rules, there is no judge. Yes, I'm adult and I can be wearing whatever I like, not necessarily what's trendy, these beige colors. So they do work for some people, not for me, obviously. Yeah. So then why did she tell me that I can wear it? Because this is dramatic style, and she told me about the Kibbe types. So basically what is it? Maybe you already know about it. Some people like it, some don't, but personally I prefer to use it as a tool that can help you refine your style, define who you are, etc. So it's just a tool, and it's up to you whether to use it or not. What is it? It's I will show you a picture here. So Kibbe created I would even say separated body types, and said that for this body type best work this shape, for that body type that shapes, etc. So for example, I am dramatic mostly, and I am quite tall. I have rather sharp edges of my body, you know, and for me the same works when it comes to clothes, something rather edgy, sharp, etc. And when I'm wearing something shapeless like that pink sweater, it just doesn't look good on me at all. But these soft things do look good, for example, on a romantic body. Here you can see it's Marilyn Monroe, and she has these feminine shapes, hourglass, and on that type of body, for example, these soft things look good. But if they wear, for example, a jacket with huge shoulders and very very sharp, it may look strange. You need to consider what to wear. And yeah, a little disclaimer, there are basically, when it comes to style, of course there are no rules. You can wear whatever you like, any color, any shape, but I just propose you to use this as a tool to refine who you are, your core, you know, central idea, concept. And then when you know it, when you know what works for you, you can add whatever you like. We'll come to it at the end of the video too. Yeah, so talking about this Kibbe styles, I'll give you the test where you can also check who you are, and there will be description on what can be worn for you, what works for you. It's actually very precise on the shapes, on types of garments, etc. So it's just amazing. And I think because my YouTube channel is very young, I'm not able to leave the links below, so I will just write probably what you can Google and the website where you can find this information. So yeah, and do please subscribe so that I'm able to leave you the links. Thank you. Anyway, it turned out that this dramatic that I like, it actually works for me really well, and I can be wearing it because my face type, my body type allows it. It won't look too much on me. Yes, maybe a little, but I was afraid to be, you know, this provocative, because dramatic is provocative. And she said, but it's your main word. Provocative is the main word of dramatic, so it's absolutely nice for you, and it doesn't look too much on you, and it is so your style will fit you perfectly. And it doesn't mean that you can't use something from other styles. Probably you will have a mix of two or three types, main two you usually have, and you can mix something. And that helped me so much, just the idea that she asked me what I want, what I like, etc. And I don't blame the first stylist that she didn't know what I wanted, because, you know, it's more a question to me, but it would be nice to ask or discuss, etc. And because we bought all of those pale things, I was very unhappy with my look for some time. And now I want to talk to you about another very important thing. I think the most important that I've learned at an art academy when we studied costume design, that my master told me. So the idea is, actually, all fashion designers use it. But I haven't heard it from the stylists. So it's a very important thing. The most important and the first thing when it comes to your outfit and your look is the silhouette. Because the first thing that we perceive is the silhouette. I'll show you some examples. Let's look at this picture here. So everyone knows that it's Charlie Chaplin. If you don't know, you can Google. He's a comedian, and he's wearing here a jacket, trousers, shoes, and a strange hat. Yeah. The thing is about his outfit is that he made it unusual. He was wearing the shoes 5 sizes bigger than he had to. The same with the trousers, and it was a strange jacket and this strange hat, and that's how he became recognized. People remembered him by this outfit, and that is his fiction in real life, and he looks absolutely different, but he's also wearing the trousers, the jacket, the same pieces of garment, but it looks so much different. Why? Because he changed the silhouette. The silhouette where he's a comedian is unusual. We perceive it as something strange. You know, when you look at a clown has very strange silhouette, yeah, unusual. And that's what we read in the very beginning. Let's look at another example. Here is someone, we don't know if it's a boy or girl, but this person is rather rebellious, I would say. This pose is provocative, the hair is messy, so he or she is probably not meeting the queen at the moment, and we already read it from the silhouette. We don't see any colors, any textures. That's what we see in the very beginning. And let's look at another picture. Here we see it's probably a girl. We see it here, some feminine shapes. She's maybe wearing a dress. We see that her hair is sleek. She is a little provocative too in her pose, but she is more playful, like, playing with us, but different from the first picture. And now let's reveal them. So the first one is Courtney Love, is actually a rebellious person, a musician, Kurt Cobain's wife, and we can see it from the picture, from her hairstyle, from what she's wearing, though the outfit is very simple, but all the details inside of the silhouette give us this information about her. And the second picture is Courtney Love too, but here she's wearing very posh outfit. She's so feminine here, she's so sexy, chic, and it's absolutely different, though she's too a little rebellious here. And that's what I wanted to tell you. The silhouettes, they will be now talking about some archetypes, but the silhouettes, they give us a lot of information. For example, if you think of a film, the villains are usually described as someone big with big shoulders, strict hair. If it's a princess, she'll be having very soft shapes, some curls, etc. Yeah, that's how we perceive each other. And then inside the silhouette, you see other details, the hairstyle, the posture. Yeah, let's talk about that. But the posture is very important. Usually, an old sorry, an old witch is described like that, but very royal person would be described like, it's very important. The hair. By the way, about the hair, you may have noticed that there are Asian people who look very stylish, and even though they're very, very simple, maybe very, very simple outfit, but they do look good. And I was thinking, why? What makes them look so good? And I realized that in South Korea, for example, they have this cult of beauty products, a lot of surgery, but they do have very nice hairstyles, very slick hair, nicely done, also very beautiful skin, and only these parts of your look give an impression that you look good. Only this, and then also the outfit, of course. So yeah, the hair is important. Also, I don't have the time to do my hair always, especially when it's shooting day and you work 12 or more hours, so absolutely no time for hair. But anyway, when I do it, I feel much better. I think you've noticed it too. Tell me if you did. Then the skin, all these little details. Then the colors, of course, the colors do matter. Let's talk about the colors a little. So basically, for me also, as the guidance, work this idea with the color theory of the seasons, spring, autumn, winter, etc. I will also leave you some information below. Why? Because for example, there is a red hair girl, and what works for her won't work for me. Absolutely, this warm color or red warm color just looks terrible on me when worn here next to my face. I look absolutely terrible. But when I wear something contrast, like white and black and something more deep, it looks much better. So the same applies to you, and basically to find it out, you just can pass another test for color theory and check what works for you. The main idea is to define whether you're cool or warm undertone. I am cool undertone. There are different ways to understand it. If you look here and your veins are rather blue, you will probably have cool undertone because your skin tends to be more pink. And if your veins look more like green ones, you will probably be more warm undertone with yellow color skin. It's one way to understand it. Also, you can understand it by looking at the jewelry, whether silver or gold works better for you. Silver works good for cool, and gold works better for warm undertones. But of course, we can use everything of that. Just these are the idea to understand it. And then another idea is to, of course, try the colors. At a shop, you can check warm red and cold red, cold white and warm white, etc. And just look what works better for you. But it's a little bit a big topic. We can make another video on that. But yeah, the main idea with the colors is to understand whether warmer or colder tones work for you better, and to understand whether you need to wear something contrasting like I do, because I have high contrast between my face and hair, or less contrasting if you don't have big contrast. Yeah, and how can you understand what silhouette works for you best? Because I want to give you the instruction that can work for you. There is an idea about the archetypes. So basically, Carl Jung shaped these archetypes. What is it in 2 words? If you ask a person on this part of the earth and on that part of the earth, how does the sage human like? Most probably we won't say that, oh, it's a small boy with blushy cheeks, he's so cute. No, it's not what we think of sage and wise. We will see in our imagination an old man, usually with a beard, like Gandalf, etc. Because that's the archetypes. That's something universal for everyone, and there are a lot of them. And it was before the movies, because it was described in legends and myths, etc. And each of you have your own archetypes inside you that prevail over the others. And just as an example, there are, for example, the sage, the creator, the ruler, the lover, etc. So there are a lot of them, and you will probably have 2 or 3 prevailing. And to define who you are, you can take a test. and how these archetypes can be useful for you. Today, marketologists, stylists, other professionals use this to help you shape your image, your personality. Because I knew my archetypes before from tarot and psychology, etc. But it's very interesting when you're defining and looking at it from a perspective of your style. For example, just recently I had a call with a marketologist, and she suggested me passing one test that actually pretty precisely described me who I am. And knowing that, I can now understand what will work in my style. So basically, I turned out to be the ruler, the creator, and the sage. And it corresponds very well with that idea of Kibbe, because I told you that dramatic is something, long, sharp, etc. And I can add other elements if I want to describe myself, or if I want to express myself as a creator or someone else. Anyway, I suggest you to pass a test for archetypes, and you will understand the prevailing power in you. And for example, if you understand that, okay, I am a lover, and my body type is romantic. It means that it works very well. You can be wearing something very soft shapes, light fabrics, and it would work very nicely on you. That's how it works. But it will take your time, because it took me some time to find this allowed to make all of that. So give yourself time. It's not happening in the matter of a second, but you have to do all that synthesis. So let's sum up. First, you discover your body type by Kibbe. You will see what shapes work for you. Second, I propose you to do the archetype test, so that you see that what is prevailing for you. And third, as I told you about the silhouette, because you will see what is your archetype and body shape, you will see which silhouette works for you, whether it's soft, whether it's some strong shape, etc. And after that steps, I propose you to write 3 main words about your style. How can you define your style, or what you want it to be? For example, it can be creative, expert, bright. Yeah, and that works very well together. It describes the archetypes of creative, maybe explorer, maybe someone else we can add there. And that's how you shape yourself. So what I did next, I use the app Wardrobe. I will show you here. It's very nice. I'm creating outfits there. I've added all of my clothes there, and also I made just their mood board for me. You can make it wherever you like in Canva with your main pictures. If you Google your archetype and you can actually look it on the Pinterest. Your archetype, your Kibbe type, there are many examples. So you can choose the best pictures you like, add to your mood board, also add some things that other outfits that you just like, and consider whether it will work for you or not. And then make a list of things that work for you. So for example, what I wrote: dense material, it holds the shape, it has rather big prints than small one, metal decoration, provocation, leather works for me. And what doesn't work for me? It's too many small details, small flowers, too natural, too boring. That doesn't work. So that is my idea of what I should be wearing and what I shouldn't be. Then also I made some color guidance for me. I will show you here. And another thing I did is I made a filter for me. I will also provide you here some lists. First, I wrote my 3 words that describe me, and when I buy something, I go to a shop, I look into my list, and I think, all right, is it, for example, expert? Will an expert buy it? No. Okay, then it doesn't work. So you should filter it by these words. Then my second filter is, does it look good? Does it look that it has good quality, or does it look cheap? So if it from the very beginning looks very cheap, like it has bad quality of fabric, it will be piling very soon, why buying it? Only if it's something trendy and you know that you won't be using it for a long time. Yes. The next is it your color? Does it work for you, or you won't be wearing it? Then does it look as it's from a fashion show or from a very strange unknown place market? Because there are some things that you fell in love with and then you realize that they don't look good at all. Then is it your fit? Like, is it oversized or fitted, or etc.? Does it keep the shape? Because it's important for me. Is it your type of print? Then what can you be wearing with it? At least 3 outfits you should create in your head before buying, because if you buy something just impulsively and then you can't use it, why buying? Only if it's some thing for New Year and you know that you won't be wearing it again, that's okay. But in general, this thing should be fitted in your wardrobe. Then the last one is how long are you buying it for? So you have to consider, is it something that will stay with you for a long time? For example, if it's a coat and it's a classical model, if it's a bag that is very basic, it will stay with you for a long time and it's worth spending more on it. But if it's something very trendy, a bag that you see that it's everywhere and will probably be out of fashion next season. I know that style is not about fashion, but there are things that just you don't want to wear them after some time. So if it's that situation, don't spend a lot of money on that. Just spend less and better save more money for things that will stay with you for some time. That's it. So what I propose you to do is to find this core of you and then just start looking at those outfits that you like and maybe implement some parts into your style, maybe some accessories, try to repeat those color schemes that they use, but you will only start learning like this, and then you'll be able to add some more and invent your new combinations that work for you personally. So it's all the process, but it's much easier when you have some final course of understanding who you are, what you want to be, what works for you best. That's it for today. I propose you to talk in the future videos how not to be afraid being yourself, wearing what you like. So I'll think of some other interesting topics. Please do write in the comments what you've been struggling with in terms of your style, maybe some other things, or what can I be useful you with. So I'm very curious about your stories. I was happy to share with you, and I hope it will be useful for you. Please like and subscribe, because I'll be doing more videos and I'm so in my wardrobe at the moment. I think it's interesting to see what I add, how I combine things, etc. And I'll see you in the next videos. Bye.